feeling imbalance inside me chemically. Up, down, up, down.
This man is singing a video game cheat. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What is that? Is that infinite money? And no fade. Where is his fade? This is the 5 levels of co-working music. I'm expecting to see a lot of Dax.
If you're like me, you enjoy indulging in a little bit of short form content, whether it be TikTok, Instagram Reels, or even YouTube Shorts. And one thing I've been seeing across TikTok and YouTube this past year is talk about coworker music. With coworker music ranging anywhere from pop songs to the bottom of the barrel most insufferable music you have ever heard. So today I wanted to explore the world of coworker music, specifically looking at 5 different types of coworker music you may have already encountered. But first, what even is coworker music? Coworker music is a term that is similar to NPC music, or basically even referring to your coworkers as NPCs with basic music taste. Essentially, it was a term that pompous, arrogant, egotistical people would use to demean other people's music taste.
I think the better phrase for coworker music is honestly dad music, bruh. Either dad music or default music, bro. Like Dax. I know for a fact Dax is gonna be in this video. He gotta be. He already showed him twice. Dax music, that is default music, gang. That's not even default music. That's just like, like you wearing an Under Armour no sleeve, get up and get in the Ford F-150 music.
The people that think you're an idiot if you don't like their favorite super niche artists like Death Grips or something like that. Or people that spend their Friday nights on Rate Your Music. However, I do think this term has a little bit of truth to it. Back when it was first started, it still represented the NPC music sort of phrase, where basically the songs are very non-offensive corporate type songs that can be played anywhere to anyone. These are songs that aren't breaking through any boundaries, just safe, simple songs you'd hear at the grocery store or feel comfortable playing at work.
Some of you guys aren't getting it. Not all corporate songs are corporate hype songs. There's a lot of overlap, but there's different genres. Any Sia song, Pyramid Scheme music, Maroon 5,
Pyramid Scheme music is facts.
Imagine Dragons, anime music, Uptown Funk, middle school music,
facts.
Flow Rida,
Facts.
Homecoming music,
Facts.
Ed Sheeran, prom music,
absolutely facts.
AC/DC, movie trailer music, Katy Perry, presidential rally music, High Hopes by Panic.
Megan Thee Stallion was going to the Kamala rally. You know what I'm saying? Giving a whole show. I'm like, okay. So I don't know if that fits into the category, but I get what you're saying though.
AJR. This is the music they'll play in hell as you're being tortured for the rest of time.
I don't necessarily agree with all of his takes, but you get the point. However, over time, I feel like coworker music, the term has been niched down to specifically target the weirder coworkers you might have. Or sometimes it's just used to describe music you don't like. I've seen the phrase coworker music popping up more and more in relation to artists with weirder or worse music than what the term used to be used for. I mean, I'm sure some of you have seen the memes.
I can't. See, that's co-working music right there, bro. Because if we in the warehouse and I'm sitting here hunched over, wiping the sweat off my forehead, I've been lifting up these heavy boxes all day, and you're over there playing that techno, I might just backhand you, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's the definition of co-working music, dog. What is that? Everybody's playing that EDM. Hold on. That sound like Darius. Come on, bro.
Bro, his new album is so fire.
Hey there, fellas. What y'all talking about?
Oh, Tyler's new album.
Tyler? Who's that? Just like some other rapper?
He's pretty good.
Those guys all sound the same. If you guys are interested, I can put you on some real music. How about it?
Sure.
John Lucas.
Your music taste might not be as refined as mine, but I think you'll like it. We are young. There's a fire in my soul.
We are young in the big 25. Come on, gang. That's like supreme co-working music, bro. That's not even co-working music. That's like I'm going to the bathroom to sniff a line music, dog. That's like apartment party music, dog.
So that's why I've decided to do 5 different levels, since there are different uses of this term in different situations.
This is a good video, bro.
Disclaimers as well. First, this video format was inspired by Jay Diggs, who made a very interesting video on industry plants, and I thought this format fit the coworker music conversation perfectly, so shout out to him. Also, if you like an artist in this video or a song, or you maybe are an artist in this video, you don't need to feel bad. Some people are super into music and others aren't. Kind of like how I'm super into music, but I don't really care that much about movies, and I probably have a pretty basic taste. I mean, if it's not an action movie or a comedy, there's a good chance I'm not watching it.
And I think people need to stop doing that. That's a problem in every single space, in the basketball space, in the music space, in the movie space, anything. If you're not the most educated on something, or maybe I just like the base level stuff, they're gonna call you a casual. They're gonna be like, oh, you have a bad taste, yada, yada, yada. It's like, bro, like, I don't care Like, you say this movie is bad because, oh, the writing in it just wasn't that well. Okay, like, move around, buddy. Buddy's picking up his glasses, talking to me about some movie. Like, just because I like an old movie from my childhood and it didn't have the best writing doesn't mean I have bad movie taste. That just means I'm just a casual. It's okay to be a casual. It's okay to be a casual in basketball. It's okay to be a casual in music. But however, if you listen to Joyner Lucas and Dax, that's a problem. I'm not gonna lie.
This video isn't to make fun of anyone, although I will be cracking a couple jokes here and
For
there.
sure.
Anyways, let's get into level 1. Level 1, pop music. At the very most basic definition of Coworker music, you have the inoffensive songs that don't push the needle at all. Just songs made for as wide an audience as possible.
Right.
They aren't necessarily bad, they're just kind of bland. This level is very subjective, but I really think any song with like 1 billion streams could fall into this category. I worked at a Kroger for like 5 years, so I think really any song that they would play over the loudspeaker would count as a level 1. A good example is Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles, because that was on repeat. Another good one could be Sunflower by Post Malone and Swae
I hate
Lee.
that song
Personally,
too.
I think both of these are good songs, but they are super basic. So if these are some of your favorite songs of all time, I think you'd qualify for level 1. But we don't only have coworkers who listen to pop music. This applies to other genres too, with a good example being How You Remind Me by Nickelback. Again, not a bad song at all, but it just sounds like something that would be in a Transformers soundtrack. Another great example is a bar song by Shaboozey. Again,
I hate that song.
Isn't a
I hate
bad
that song. I hate
by
that
any means, but it sounds like it was literally made for background music at a bar in the boonies. I mean, I guess the name is a bar song, so
I hate that song, bro.
In my opinion, though, one of the prime examples for level 1 is Benson Boone, who just came out of nowhere making very bland, basic songs that aren't necessarily bad, but they definitely aren't anything special. You could probably put a bunch of Drake songs in here too. Really just anything super popular, where if it's your favorite song of all time, you probably have a pretty surface level of music.
And which is fine. I'm a Drake fan. There's nothing wrong with liking these songs. Then we're only on level 1. Once you start to get level 3, 4, and 5, you're gonna have to have some conversations. But yeah, Drake got a lot of songs like that where it's just safe music, and that's honestly smart. You get your plays up, you get your stuff up, and then the real intellectual stuff, you do that on the rest of the album. But you gotta have at least one controller, one hotline bling, one dance. You gotta have those things.
Taste, which is totally fine, by the way. I think I enjoy every song I listed so far, but level 2 is where it starts to get a little bit worse. Level 2. Popular, but not that good. Have you ever heard a song on the radio that you just hate? I remember there were a few on that Kroger playlist that I would hear once an hour for 8 hours straight, and it would just drive me insane. For me, one song that sticks out was The Middle by Jimmy Eat World.
I don't know
I don't
this
even
song.
think it's a bad song, but that chorus after hearing it 5,000 times is just ear-piercing. And again, the songs in level 2 can be quite subjective. They're still extremely popular, just a bit more contentious in the public eye. Another great example of that is Dance Monkey by Tones and I.
Bro, oh my goodness. This is like the epitome of Roblox tutorial music. Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, ho, ho. This song makes the bottom of my feet itch, dog. It really does.
Again, it's an extremely popular song that is played at tons of events, but there are also a lot of people that hate this song. Not only is level 2 basic and soulless like level 1, but it has a few elements that make people hate it. Dance Monkey in particular, it's probably just the voice that bugs me and others. I just can't stand the cadence she does on that song, but clearly others enjoy it. Another good example is Imagine Dragons, a super popular and successful band in the mid-2010s, but a lot of people also hate them.
Oh, this song is so annoying, bro.
I think a lot of pop songs in like the mid-2010s had that type of vibe where it was good when I was 13, but I could never see myself listening to it now. Another group of songs that I think fits well in this category is the more annoying pop music, like Single Ladies by Beyonce or Bad Blood by Taylor Swift. Maybe a better way of describing level 2 is songs that age poorly. Sure, they may have been fun when they came out, but quickly they became overplayed and outdated. A great example of that is Happy by Pharrell Williams. It's a good song, but it's also not a good song. I don't know how to describe it. Pharrell is an extremely talented artist, of course, don't get me wrong, but this song just got so repetitive and annoying that it kind of hurts to listen to in 2025. Again though, level 2 is very subjective. These songs are still very popular and have people that enjoy them, despite a lot of others disliking them. But level 3 is where it starts to get tricky.
Before it gets to level 3, level 2 is kind of like I was saying, like parent music, like dad music, like mom music. You might get in the car and your mom be like, found this song. And then it's the most basic song from 7 years ago. This is more like baseline level, like default. You know, I just happen to find this on an Apple Music rap caviar playlist. Level 3 though, we might start to get a little goony. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see.
Level 3. Niche down. Level 3 has the Coworker, who has their own music taste,
the NF,
like their own genres, and it fits their personality. But these songs can also be considered quite controversial when it comes to music enthusiasts. Like, I had a coworker one time who unironically liked Game Over by Falling in Reverse.
My life is like a video game, trying hard to beat the stage.
I mean,
what is this? Final boss level music. That brother got a Donkey Kong level 1000 music. Final level of Pac-Man music, bruh. Let me go back to that. First of all, that brother got the tattoo fade. The boy said, let me get ink on the sides. And a 13-year-old boy on top. This ain't even really a mullet. This is like a fake mohawk mullet, bruh. But having the tattoo as a fade is crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie. What do you got on your feet? No brand, no nothing. Just straight black high top Air Forces with no Nike logo.
Video game, trying hard to beat the stage.
Yeah, trying hard to beat the stage is a crazy lyric, bruh. That is literally Pac-Man music. This, like, that kind of music is like, I'm thinking like the guy that, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of dark, but it's kind of cool at the same time. Real heavy gamer, but you're not really that close with him. That kind of coworker.
I mean, if you like this, good for you for listening to what you like, but that song is rough. And again, not every song in level 3 is inherently bad. For example, I think an artist that would fit well into this category is NF.
Where the beat go?
Bro, NF.
Now, this song isn't inherently bad, but one thing I've noticed with coworker music is there's a lot of these over-dramatic beats or instrumentals or almost triumphant sort of melodies, and then the writing is just pretty bland. Of course, again, this is subjective, and I don't hate that song, but it's not my favorite. I saw someone unironically comment this under NF's song. I'm probably older than your dad, but I know a creative genius when I see one, and this guy has it. I like maybe 1% of all rap out there, and this is one. Eminem has the other songs in that 1%.
It's always Eminem. It's always Eminem. Whenever it's this type of music genre, they always love Eminem, bro. They always think Eminem is the greatest and the biggest and the baddest. Just because he went on Rap God and he said 1 million words in 20 seconds, bruh. That's not getting me, gang. That's awfully hot coffee pot. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Eminem is a definition of Under Armour music. NF is a definition of Under Armour music. All these guys are the definition of Under Armour and DC wearing music, bruh. Y'all know what I'm saying when I say DC wearing? Y'all know the DC shoes? Everybody knew somebody like this, gang. Everybody knew somebody like this. Wearing DCs, drinking Mountain Dew, blasting they Skull Candy headphones. Eminem is Skull Candy music, bruh. Let's get back to the video.
These are the types of people in level 3. Something you see a lot of in level 3 is songs that are trying too hard to be something they're not.
Facts.
Songs that are outdated or trying to bring back a trend, like our guy Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly has a big fan base, but many of those in the music community see him as someone who is making mediocre pop punk, just copying people who already did it, with a much worse voice, might I add. His System of a Down cover is probably one of the most flat vocal performances I've ever heard.
I gotta pause that. Does he summon something on me? Is he casting a spell? What is that?
Listen to that and then the original and tell me what's better. And also, his Misery Business cover was bad too. I did not like that at all. I think the best way to describe songs like these is they're something I probably would have listened to and enjoyed when I first started learning a lot about music. But as I found the artists that these people were inspired by or the genre they are trying to recreate, the roots of the music, I enjoy that a lot more, which in turn leaves me feeling like MGK, for example, is a cheap knockoff. Logic, as another example, is someone I used to like a lot when I was younger. But as I listen to more and more rap music, I realize Logic is just kind of a watered down version compared to a lot of the genre's innovators. Like, there's even a video, it's called like 5 minutes of Logic copying Kendrick, and that just kind of ruined it for me.
Logic is like the definition of just trying to prove that, hey, I'm cool too, guys. Like, that's that type of music. That's like somebody's dad would put on to say, hey, I'm still hip. I'm still around. That is literally the definition of Logic, bro.
On top of this, like I said, level 3 and onwards tend to try too hard to come off as something they aren't. Not just in the sense of trying to reinvent a genre unsuccessfully, but in other ways too. like a rapper pretending to be tough in his rap songs but selling it poorly, such as Lil Mabu, the super rich kid who was acting all hard on drill beats. If you like Lil Mabu's music, you are a level 3 Coworker music enjoyer.
Well, you're a robot if you actually like his music. Like literally, you have bolts in your brain. I think Lil Mabu was more just like a publicity stunt. Like he just know how to work social media and gets people talking. I don't even think he's really focused on music. I think he's more just focused on getting the clicks. Shout out to him. He's a smart man.
But I think a commenter on one of my previous videos where I mentioned Coworker music put it best when he said, I think the biggest issue with a lot of Coworker music, including rap, is that it's trying to be deep, but it's extremely non-personal. Yeah, they're singing about depression, substance abuse, heartbreak, but it's very formulaic and it doesn't feel like things they actually experienced. And as such, the music overall just doesn't have the emotional weight it needs, either because it's trying to say upbeat or because the artist's lived experiences don't reflect the music, so it comes off as corny.
Facts. I mean, like think about your favorite artist. Think about Kanye when Kanye was coming up. He's talking about the streets of Chicago and how he went through this stuff and his come up and going into Rockefeller Records and really trying to like make his way up. Some rich kid that grew up in the best suburbs in town is not relatable. They can't, there's just a certain level of stuff you can't portray if you haven't really lived those things.
Listening to someone like MGK or Dax sing about their struggles has the same vibe as the rich kid in middle school doing an essay on poverty. The person
Facts.
That
Yo,
that's
hilarious.
Just aren't there. Undoubtedly, this is the best way to say it. And don't worry, we're gonna get to Dax, but first we have to get through level 4. Not great, sorta cringy, but somehow they still have fans. Level 4 is where things start to get rough and the songs start to get kind of bad. Think of songs like Thick of It by KSI or Astronaut in the Ocean. One song that I think fits well in level 4, or even an artist, is Civ, who has gone viral on platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels.
You pop out at 1 in the morning, you really wanna know this kind of life never boring.
I guess his whole thing.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Hate me. I might be an NPC. I might be a robot. They might have got me, but that little beat he had, hold on, that was kind of rotten.
Out at 1 in the morning, you really want to know this kind of life never boring.
I guess his whole thing.
I ain't gonna lie, that's hard.
Character that raps the songs. I don't know. And these songs aren't bad necessarily, but they aren't great, and it's just kind of cringy. It sounds forced. Like I strongly feel like the guy who made that song isn't actually popping out at 1 in the morning. There are a couple of other artists who have blown up online for making Coworker music that I think fit perfectly in level 4, like Brendan Abernathy.
I think this is a troll though.
The kid on the way in 3. Convincing yourself you're living the American dream.
This is like, I go out to breweries every single weekend and try different beers music. This is like the default like young lifestyle after I get out of college type of music. Like I work in sales music.
Him getting up on his toes is what really sent it over the line for me. And this got so big that I couldn't get it out of my head for a while.
That's a fact. Hold on. He did get up on his toes.
To have blown up online.
That brother was singing his soul out. Oh my goodness. Brother, eyeballs finna pop out.
And it got to the point where even Drewski was parodying it.
I never seen this. Drewski is not real, bruh.
Again, the song isn't that bad, but it doesn't sound too great though, and it was kind of cringy. However, he still has fans, which is great. Another song that went viral this year that has that same sort of vibe is We Will Never Die by Kyle Gordon.
We are young. There's a fire in our soul.
Okay, but I know this dude though, this Kyle Gordon dude. He used to make the troll videos where he would act like a little kid. He's literally trolling in the song. This is not real. But if people are actually listening to this though, they're robots.
But what's really funny, and I somehow never knew this, is that Kyle Gordon is actually like a musical comedian. It becomes pretty obvious when you listen to the chorus and hear him say, "No one we know will ever die. Our moms and dads will never die," which is pretty funny. And he's also the same guy responsible for this song I've seen going viral online too.
That's how every UK rap song sounds, except for Cinch fam. They all I shrink somebody in the back. It all sounds the same, gang.
So since he's making that satirical song though, making fun of that genre of overdramatic millennial music, I think that qualifies that whole genre, I guess, as level 4 coworker music. But these artists aren't just limited to going viral on short form platforms. I think an artist that I would throw in level 4 is Baby No Money. Don't get me wrong, he has some decent songs and he seems like a cool guy, but a lot of his songs are just kind of meme songs or gimmick songs. I do get why he has a fan base of like internet people who find this music entertaining, but honestly I enjoyed some of his old stuff a bit more, and I think he used to make some great songs back in the day. Once he introduced a bunch of gimmicks and jokes, it just made the music a bit harder to...
Oh wait, that's that dude, the dude that yeah, he used to be popping. I didn't know he sold out. That's crazy.
Seriously enjoy. Quality wise, I think Baby No Money could be in like level 3 with some songs in level 2, but the gimmicks and persona he does makes his music more into content instead of music itself, which is why I think level 4 is fitting. Overall, I think the best way to describe level 4 coworker music or artists is when the music starts transitioning more from actual music more into gimmicky content sort of stuff that for one reason or another is a little bit cringy, probably isn't the best song you've ever heard, but people still enjoy it and listen to it.
Facts.
However, that is not the case for level 5. Level 5, coworker music final boss.
Yes, sir.
Bosses. I'm just going to throw a quick trigger warning for level 5 because this was miserable to listen to and write. Let's continue. The coworker music final boss is someone that makes very weird or just bad music that you typically find in the depths of the internet. That's right, I'm talking about short form social media platforms. Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Shorts. I bet you didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't either. But really, it's just brain rot stuff. I guess the best way to describe it is music made intended to be a meme or that has been turned into a meme. And a good example of this is Chandler.
Is that Case? Hey, no, this funny. It's funny, King. I ain't gonna lie, that's funny. Maybe I'm brain rotted, but this is funny, bruh. Yeah. Hey.
Honestly,
that's
I think
hard.
Chandler should be in level 4 because his music isn't that bad, but him and his music have just been memed into oblivion, with many referring to him as a coworker music final boss.
Nah, he's not. He's not. He's a meme. Okay. That's coworker activity.
People have also made a lot of jokes because he kind of looks like the streamer Queso, so that's
Facts.
probably part of it as well.
I told them put it on me. They started throwing it back. I'm about all of the features.
Okay, yeah. No, that's coworker. The first one was a coworker stuff, but that's definitely
Someone who
coworker.
portrays level 5 the best is
Woo!
Dax. Dax is the perfect example of this. In fact, I just did a video a couple of weeks ago talking about him and extensively went into why many view him as corny. Most of his music isn't like the worst thing ever, but the skits he does to promote his music, as well as a handful of his songs, can tend to be pretty cringe.
Bro, what is this dude doing? What is he doing? Yo, this dude Dax is the definition. He is the Will Smith of music. He is the Joyner Lucas of co-working music. He is the Ashton Hall of music, dog. Dax is literally something your dad will send you, or some dude will send you. Some old man will just repost on Facebook with a fist emoji. That's what Dax is. They'll post this Dax song and they'll be like, man, he got a real message. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that, gang. What is he possibly doing, bro? Take his card away.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying.
This next one's my personal favorite.
Imbalance inside me chemically. Up, down, up, down.
Up, down, up, down. This man is singing a video game cheat. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What is that? Is that infinite money? And no fade. Where is his fade? Oh no. Oh no. That man got the Alfred Payton. He said, give me Alfred Payton up top and nothing. Just straight Michael Jordan everywhere else. It's horrible. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Got no fade.
And I'm sure these clips are pretty self-explanatory. Level 4 and 5, I think, are making music that they know may be cringy or come off as corny to purposely do one of two things. Either to appeal to a super niche audience that they know will actually like their music, while most others won't. Or to rage bait you into listening to their songs or make meme songs that you find entertaining so you play with your friends or something like that.
And that's the underlying thing that people don't talk enough about with Dax and other people like Dax. Like, they're actually geniuses. Like Dax is actually a genius because people like me and this dude right here and you yourself are sitting here laughing and making fun of Dax, but all that doing is just generating money for him, generating clicks for him, and everybody knows who Dax is now. So, I mean, it's a smart game plan, but I just question the longevity of it. But regardless, these people are just doing it. Like, they know what they're doing, bro. They're doing it for money, bro. Yeah, that was good. That was a good video, bro. Shout out to him. Matty Balls. Shout out to you. Long story short, if you're listening to these songs, man, you might just be a robot. If you like this video, man, make sure you hit the video on the screen right now. We talked about GTA 6.